Okay, Mr. Peter from Virgin Islands. Now listen very carefully. We put you a new choke on here, so when it gets cold over there, if it ever does, you loosen up these 3 screws. You turn that till that blade just barely touches this horn here. Tighten your 3 screws back up, plug your wire back in. Otherwise, leave it alone. This thing here is a high-speed thing, I suppose, for air conditioning or whatever. It'll work perfectly well without it. All it does is make that plunger go in and out. This here thins out the mixture extremely bad. I don't know if it's factory design, but I would also not use that thing. Now, let me tell you something else. You look down here and we got a fuel pressure regulator. I know you have leaded gas, but this carburetor will not run without a regulator with oxygenated fuel. Even though it may be leaded, it's still oxygenated. So you have to go down and get yourself a Holly 12-804, and then you can run that old truck all day long. If you don't, you watch what happens when we turn it on. That mixture, we're going to start it up. Mixture is going to be sitting here at 12 on the computer, and the mixture is going to start getting real rich, and pretty soon it'll stall your engine out. This thing over here is your throttle, also the throttle position. As you can see, the thing will run perfectly well without all that stuff on it. That is strictly up to you if you want to plug it in. But you got to, it's ready to go right now. I'm going to fire it up right now. Here starts good. As soon as that red light goes out, that means the computer has calculated all of its calculations. And that could go back and stop about 12 before we got it upset. That the mixture screw is right over here. Idle speed here. This is a high speed idle, which you're probably not going to use a whole lot of, you know, unless you use that choke. Anyway, there's your mixture. As you rev it up, it thins out, which every carburetor, if it's working properly, will do that. You burn less fuel, and you're overcoming inertia. But my recommendation is I wouldn't use any of the electronics unless that motor is so weak that it won't pull. What this does is when you kick on your AC or your other option, it zooms that little cylinder out right there, and then it idles it up, you know. I don't know how high it'll idle it up, but anyway, we got it setting right there. The truck will run and start perfect. Now this thing here at extremely high speed, it would thin out the mixture until the thing would die. Matter of fact, if you plug it in right now, it'll die. So I would not plug it in.